Sure my volume's turned up. Hello, hello.
Hey, hey.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Nervous, but good.
You're going to do awesome. I swear, I tell you, I'm so pissed, and several others. We're ready to make this happen with you.
Yeah, it's been coming for a while. We did, like, right after we met him, we did, like, a brief live about him, but,
He was on his other live, and I told my guys while I was live, I said, watch this. He's going to get off so he can come in here. And sure enough, he did get off.
of course he did. Yeah,
Yep.
I even suspect him of reporting my page this morning. That's fine. You can do that.
Oh, yeah, he did mine too. He got two of my friends' accounts banned back to back, and I got a flag while we were in my live. So I have found another one of his accounts, which is good. That helps me out. He thinks he's smart. That's all right.
So I'm going to let some people filter in. I'll let you know that we're talking about a man that I know him as Xavier. Some people know him as Jason. I'm not sure. He has so many accounts that he goes by. So I really don't know his real name.
Let me send out invites as well.
Yeah. What I do know about him is that he is on here taking advantage of women. Let me change this grid. I'm not going to let people in the boxes for right now, unless you have a personal experience with Xavier to share. Like, there's a couple people that I need in boxes. I need Virgo in a box. I need Rammer Jammer in a box. And then after we do our synopsis and get through everything, then I will allow guests into the box. If you're here and you have been a victim of Xavier and this man, and I'm going to play some recordings in a little bit, just wait and request a box. Just stick around. It is serious. It is serious because he's harassing women. It's ridiculous. So just be patient. We'll get through everything. I have to say, I'm a little nervous. I get nervous before I do awareness lives because I'm always afraid that I'm not going to do well.
You'll do awesome.
Oh, yeah, but I hold myself to a really high standard in anything that I do in life. So,
We got you. We're here with you.
okay, so we almost got 100 people in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. The first thing I'm gonna tell you is the rules in here. Absolutely no drama will be allowed in this live. If you have beef with another creator, don't bring it here. Go duke it out with them. Go have your own live. We will not get off topic in here. We are staying on Xavier. We won't be talking about other scammers tonight. If you want to do that, that'll have to be for another live. Absolutely no bullying whatsoever. Please be respectful when you're in a box. If someone else is talking, then, try to, I know a lot of us have background noise, so let's try to mute and make sure we're just being respectful of others in the chat. If not, you will be muted and or blocked. Yeah, I'm going to change it. I'm going to have, I can turn the camera off. It's just I hate for people not to be able to see who we're talking about. And only request a box, like I said, if you have information. If you've had run-ins with this man, please stick around, and we'll open up boxes a little bit later. The people in the boxes now know a lot about him, and have had personal interaction with him since I first met him. So with that, we'll get started on the timeline. So it was around like the second week of July that this man came into my life. And he said he knew Virgo. So I'm going to let Virgo speak on that.
Yeah. When he came into Christina's live, it was the second time I had ever seen his name. I had seen him the day previously in someone's live commenting, but he said that he had been following me for a long time and that we were friends. And I wasn't trying to be rude or, like, I don't want to be like, I don't know you, but I didn't know him. And so I just kind of let it go. He was very friendly, seemed like, he had been definitely at least watching for a while. And he got up into the box that night and was very flirtatious, very friendly, said that he was from Australia. He had a definite Australian accent, and was just, like saying things like he had just moved and he didn't have any friends. He was looking for his people. He was living in Arizona and basically was just looking for some friends. So, we welcomed him with open arms. Just his profile picture was of a light-skinned black man. And he was very attractive. We were just all playing around, flirting. So the next morning, I wake up and he is live himself and says that he's in Canada for a wrestling tournament or like show or something, whatever you call it, and that he had his PayPal on the screen or in his bio, I can't remember exactly, but said he wasn't asking, but if anyone wanted to help out, he was there with some friends and whatever. Like, it was very just nonchalant, but it was a huge red flag to me after being in our live the night before. So I was on my way to work that day and, left the live, went to work. And a few hours later, I needed some background noise, and I usually listen to Show Me the Money in the morning when I'm at work. So I went over there, and Xavier was in a box. He stated that, actually, he wasn't talking. He was just on mute. Mm-hmm. And I believe Tech was there. There was the boxes were full, and some, like, drama had popped off, and it was getting kind of crazy in there. And Show Me the Money said, Xavier, I'm going to drop you for a second so I can bring this next person up, but you can come up when we're done. Like, she wasn't rude at all. She was very nice, just letting him know, like, you're on mute. You're not contributing to this conversation, so I'm going to drop you. And at first he was like, yeah, that's fine, no problem. And she dropped him. So then the live continued, and the drama continued, and all of a sudden in the comments, he just says, I can't believe you guys would disrespect me like that.
Yeah.
And Show Me the Money is one to just call it out if she sees something in the comments. So she was like, hold up, wait a second, Xavier, no one disrespected you. And then she explained the situation, that she was just dropping him for a few minutes to allow someone else to speak on the topic. And he kept going in the comments like, I've never been thrown away like a piece of garbage like this before. And he just kept going. So ultimately, they gave him a box and let him speak. And he was very nasty, like a side of him that I would have never assumed. And he dropped down after giving them a piece of his mind. Well, someone in the comments said, go cry to your mommy. And that really set him off. So he comes back in a box again and says, all of my family are unalive, and I can't believe you would be so disrespectful, and I was just looking for friends, and I'm only here because I'm friends with Virgo. He kept saying my name, and it's like, wait a second. Like,
I don't even know you.
right.
Right. And
And so then that puts like a bad taste in everyone's mouth. Like, oh, Virgo, is that your friend? Like, get your friend. And it's like, no, he's not. Like, it was weird. So
this is the picture that he used.
Yes, it is.
So then after that happened, then he was live one night, and we all went in there because we knew that it was him, right? So a bunch of us went in there, and we got in boxes, and we're talking and stuff, and things got off topic, and everybody went to another live. Well, he went off. He got so mad that we all left, and he had a mod in there, and he started just chewing this poor woman out, and for not blocking people and just being downright nasty to her. So she left and came over there, and she said, yeah, I gave him $20. And we were like, oh no, this is what this is all about. So this is when we first realized that he was on here scamming people, especially women. I think it's all women. So she had his Venmo. So someone pulled his Venmo up, and sure enough, he's been getting money. So I'm going to show a series of screenshots from his Venmo. You can put your Venmo on public or private. Right then it was public. Of course, after these were shown, it went on private. But you can see that he's getting money. And this Venmo is no longer valid, so I'm not doxing anybody. We've all looked it up, and it's no longer valid. So obviously he's changed his Venmo. But you can see that he's getting money here for pizza. You can see these ladies' names. Let's see. And this goes back to May. So he's been doing this for quite some time. This is the account he was on last night. He was on late last night. And he was using an Australian accent. And I'm going to play that from my other phone, just so you can hear how fake this is.
Me, I've been married for 7 years.
So 7 years is they say, like the rough years, 7 years once you get past 7.
I'm hoping. I really am.
But if you suspect something, I would trust your gut and look into it.
That's why, I didn't want to rattle my brain all night. So I thought, I'm just gonna come on here and talk to people, trying to get my mind away from it. And that's why I came on here, honestly.
Are you kind of hiding out,
Well, she's on a girls trip with her friends from work. So she's on a girls trip with her friends from work, apparently. So
why didn't you call her yet?
I talked to her pretty much all throughout the day today. What are you talking about?
Well, from what you said, I feel like it's not his duty to be up her ass. She should be.
No, exactly. Yeah, one a day is great.
So that's just a little expert, it's sped up, but you kind of get the idea. If you want the full experience, you can watch these videos about him on my YouTube page, which is linked in my bio. But yeah, now he's married. Last night he was married. This guy, he changes like a chameleon. He uses other men's profile pics that he gets off of Instagram and other social media sites. This is the account that we first met him on, this beach surfer. And that picture that's in his profile is from a sunglasses ad. So that's definitely not him. And then I'll show you. There it is again. And these are things that have been sent to me. And then he's this guy, bodybuilder. And then he's this guy. And then he's this guy. No one's ever seen his real face. This guy. And then this picture he used in a video and said he was in a car accident. Let me see if I can find the real picture. There's the real picture. The real picture came off Facebook from 2021. And let's see, these are different things that he's used. Like, are there any good-hearted people in this world? Which is a manipulation tactic. Because he wants people to feel sorry for him. He's got a poor, pitiful me syndrome. And he thinks that wooing women on this app is going to get him money. And he will even DM women and try to speak to them in DMs, or try to get them to speak to him on Snapchat off the app. So, Rammer, are you ready?
Yes, I can be. Just give me a second to remember how to do my green screen. That's all.
We got plenty of time, and in the meantime, I'm going to show some other stuff.
I also have some messages from him on a burner. I'm just walking the dog right now, but as soon as I get back, I can pull those up for you too.
Okay. This is another one of his accounts. This Maverick 140639. I know that's his account because it's the same as his old Venmo was. Plus, he does say that he works for FedEx sometimes. I don't know. He's had a multitude of different jobs, hasn't he, Rammer?
Yeah, he first said he was a personal trainer. Then he never said, but one of his accounts said he was a political analyst. And now apparently he works for FedEx. But I have DMs I'm fixing to show from him where I went through and looked at his videos, and he was talking about getting a job at FedEx. And I was asking him, how did his interview and all go, and you'll see the answers that I got.
He even puts up posts like this. He's in the hospital with chest pains. He's taking a break from the app, and honestly, he's on a lot. Sometimes he's on to 4 to 5 times a day. Yeah, Barb, he hasn't eaten in 14 days. He uses that constantly. First he was homeless in his truck. Now he's got an apartment, but he can't afford to eat. He can only afford his rent and I guess his utilities. And he's like, when women come in his chat, he's always got to address them, especially women that have high gifter badge. He pays particular attention to them. But he gets nervous when too many people come in at his live at one time because he can't control it. He constantly says his ex is stalking him, but I don't think it's an ex. I really think that it's people on this app that have become aware of what he's doing, and he's trying to hide from those people.
You see what she's got in the box there? I'm in the hospital with chest pain. That's going to directly relate to what I'm fixing to show y'all. You can see that he initiated contact first after I followed him, because I was being supportive in the chat as far as, I hope it gets better for you. Life is hard sometimes. Just keep going. He says, okay, well, you say you care about me, but you ghost me. I didn't ghost him. I just am not as active on TikTok as he is. I don't have, I probably do have 42,000 accounts, but I said, I did not ghost you. I was typing out a message to you again, and your live ended. You're going to have to give me a bit of grace as I'm not technically savvy. Plus, now this was all an act on my part because I knew exactly what he was doing. I knew where it was going to go. I said, I'm 64 years old. I will have to get my niece to help me download Snapchat because he kept pushing. If y'all want to help me or y'all want to interact with me, Snapchat is the better option. He wants to get you off this app and onto another one.
Yep.
She got me, yeah. She got me TikTok about a month ago to help pass my free time. I hope that I'm able to figure it out when she helps me. I was trying to think of a way I could get you food tonight since it's been almost 2 weeks with no food. Is there any restaurants open that I could call and prepay a meal for you? You have to be starving. You notice I'm not offering him cash. I'm like, I can call the restaurant and get you food.
Right.
Listen, I did not know. I apologize. You have no idea what I've been going through in the last month. I have not eaten for 11 days. Even if somebody just got gift cards and sent it to me on the numbers, I could order it on the app. Anything would be, honest to God. Like I said, I'm not the type of person to beg because that is not my personality. That's funny. I want good-hearted. Hold on, I got it. It's aggravating going in between all these things. 3. Let's see. I want good-hearted people that actually want to help me out of the kindness of their heart.
That's what he does. Like he'll say he wants friends, but he only wants friends if you're going to give him money. If you're not going to give him money, he's going to block you. He blocked all of us after that big live that big debacle with him chewing out his mod and us going to another live. He blocked all of us.
Then I responded, I'm in the blue. I would love to help you because I can't stand to see someone hungry. Where are you going to eat? And I will call them to see if they can take my debit or credit card information over the phone. We need to get you some food as soon as possible. Like I said, he's sitting there claiming almost 2 weeks, no food. Oh, I'm starving. I'm in my truck. I only have water. That's all I've had for 2 weeks. I offered to find out where he was going and pay for it. He replies, you do not need to do that. Well, sir, that tells me you're not really hungry then. If you want to purchase this online gift card, you can on the app. Hold on, I got to switch again. 3, 9, 4. And he gives me this big old long gift card thing to purchase it.
Mm.
Let's see. Either one of those two, if you sincerely want to help, I appreciate it. Now, he keeps on putting it back on me if you want to help. Does the gift card go by specific amounts like 20, 50, or $100, or does it go by whatever amount I can put on there? I'm on SSI and I have $189.47 left until the first of the month to get me by. But I can't go on thinking that you're hungry. Please let me know about the above questions so I will know what to do. I have no clue what a pizza costs these days, nor how much food you would need because they now have a lot more on the menu. Have a lot more than just pizza now on their menus. Wow, that's just fancy and has come a long way. See, I'm acting like a 64-year-old, technologically unsound woman, And he replies, a $50 gift card would get me through the week until I start my new job.
All about the money.
Let's see.
And that's why I think when women come in his chat, he vets their profile. Like he goes and looks at their picture, he goes and looks at their videos, and then he decides, is this the person I'm going to DM and try to scam, or am I going to block them because they're not going to help me? You know, in his mind, they're not going to help him. They're not going to be a true friend to him, because that's all it's about.
Right. Friends equal people that send me money or gift cards. He says, I appreciate it if you're able to help. Add me on Snap, and y'all can see his Snap name. I said, I just saw your video on a FedEx job, and I'm thinking, is that what you're talking about? How exciting. When do you start? I'm assuming the interview went well. Congratulations to you. This is amazing. I tried for years to convince my son he should work at the hub that we have here. It's great. It's great pay with great benefits. I'm going to work on that gift card for you. I've never done anything like that online. That's why I asked if I could just call and pay over the phone. I've never gotten a gift card online, and I will have to figure it out. My niece is going to have to come over and help me with the Snapchat stuff. She helps me do a lot of things online.
No, you can't pin comments when you have boxes.
I wrote that down, that account of yours, so I would be able to find you, hopefully. He says, I start soon with training. You can go to, I think it said Domino's.com, and click on the e-gift card.
He also threatens to unalive himself when he goes live and he's not getting what he wants. You know, he claims this ex stole all his money and drained his banking account, but then last night he claimed he was married, so I don't know which it is.
Y'all, you can see the dates and times there. I mean, he's like between 1 and 2 hours messaging me back and forth, question marks. Well, I hope you were serious about helping me. And he starts sharing his live out over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
the
like
next
20 times or something insane.
I can show the next screenshots for receipts, but it's just sharing his live out over and over. And I got about 4 that day. Yeah, that's the same one.
It's about a man that says his name. Well, I met him. He was Xavier. But he goes live. Now he's jumping into a lot of political lives. And trying to befriend women. And he's scamming women out of money on this app. He's to the point of where you saw the number of times that he's messaging her. It's harassment. Either somebody helps you or they don't. But if you continue to message them like that, that's a big red flag.
One of them, but basically I told him a story about how I was tied up. I had chest pain. I ended up having to go to the ER. And he's still sharing out the live to me. He's still question marking me, still saying, can you please help me? So I messaged him and I said, I'm still in the hospital. The doctor said I had a heart attack. I had a lot of damage to my heart.
There's 3.
I have a lot of oxygen.
Palmetto bug is what I meant.
Oh my Lord. I'm on a lot of oxygen because of the fluid backing up on me. I do not know when I'll get out for my niece to help me with that gift card. I pray someone helps you till I can get out. I'm sorry I let you down, but this is not an event that I planned. Oh, well, it'll be 13 days. Thanks a lot. And I knew what he was going to say by even telling him this. You know, he's like, basically, I don't care if you're on your deathbed. I need to eat. Oh, well, it will be 13 days. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, he only cares about the money. And that's what, when he gets he gets mad when he gets into lives and people don't give him the attention that he wants. And he tends to, and there's a lady in the box right now, and I'm going to let her speak in a little bit. But he came into her live and he tried to run this man off that was in the box. He tried to intimidate him because he needs men to go away, because he needs these women all to himself so that he can manipulate them and get into their pocketbooks.
I'm still telling this dude, well, he said, if you truly wanted to help me, you would have had your niece go on the website and get the gift card. I mean, never mind, I have, important events going on in my pretend life. I said, I'm in ICU and have had important decisions to make regarding my wishes and possible end of life care. Doctors say I have very little heart muscle left that isn't fried. My niece is so emotional right now, and frankly, so am I. So I'm throwing the emotions back on him. Okay, I'm sorry. I just don't appreciate you saying that you're going to do something for me and you don't do it. You're saying that you're in such horrible care, but you're sitting here messaging me. That doesn't make sense. And in between, he'd gone live again, and I told him, there's times that I'm bored here in the hospital. I get on TikTok to pass the time and to take my mind off of things.
Yeah.
And that one just says, it doesn't make sense. And then he just is still sharing his live out to me over and over and over.
Mm-hmm. And during his live stream, people would gift him. He'd be like, oh, TikTok takes over half of the gifts. It'd just be easier if you just Venmo me some money instead.
But like I said, I made up this phantom story because I knew exactly the way he was going to react. I had already watched him, 2 to 3 weeks, and I could predict the next message I was going to get. And the whole time, people in our group would go live, and I'm like, look, he's still messaging me. He's going to say this next. He's going to say that next. And sure enough, it happened.
Yeah.
And that was my last interaction, was him sharing his live out to me.
Yeah, he also will use, if somebody comes in his chat and they'll be like, well, I can't afford to, give you anything, but I'll pray for you. And he's like, well, prayers and stories don't put food on the table. I can't take comments to the store or, go get a pizza with your prayers and your good thoughts. Like, it's so down, he just downs people when he doesn't get what he wants. He'll also say, one girl came in there and he was like, oh yeah, you were in that big creators live. I know if he was down and out, you would help him. I was like, oh my gosh. Like I said, all this is on YouTube. The videos are there under my account, and that's in my bio, the link. My best advice is stay away from this man. Block him, and don't talk to him in DMs, and definitely don't talk to him off the app, because all he wants is money. Now I'm gonna let Pink and Pink talk, and she's gonna share her interactions. And she came into my live the other night. We're just sitting there, just talking, and she came in the comments, and she said, I want to tell you about a situation. She wanted a box. And I was like, well, I don't know. And she started telling me what the situation was, and I said, yeah, I know exactly who that is. So I gave her a box, and she also has a lot of information on this guy. Are you ready, Pink?
Yes, ma'am. And when I get the green screen, I figure, because I've got my iPad in front of me, I've got all these videos. If you guys want to check out my page, everything I'm going to be showing is on there. Sandra, I was going to ask you real quick, do I have your permission to, unless you want to, show the video that you sent me? Because I also have the page where he used your profile picture too, when I get to that point.
Perfect. If you could show it, I will be
Yes.
grateful for that, because I don't know how to do any of that.
Okay, I've got you, girl. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure it was okay with you.
No, it's okay. It's okay, sweetie. Don't worry.
Okay, so I've got the videos and everything to go along with my situation. But let me turn on my camera.
Can you explain how you met him real quick?
Yes, and then I'll show the first video that I have to go along with that. Let me turn up my volume here. So I was holding a political live with my friends, and he had come into our account under Arizona Trucker, but he was also using Daddy Trucker, as I believe it was his other account, but he came into my live under Arizona Trucker, and he came up into the box. My husband was down in the comments because my husband is a truck driver, so it was like we had that cool connection, and we started hearing him talk. He did a Trump impersonation. We thought that was hilarious. He was joking around, but he was flirting. He said, "Oh my gosh, trucker wife, I've seen you in other lives before."
Oh, see, he uses that line with
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And he started flirting really heavy. And I was like, this is weird. My husband is down in the comments. And then he started flirting with another friend of mine. And so I was like, okay, you know, whatever. So everything was good. This was the first night he came into my life. Everything was good. And then it was like, here he was the next night. And he came up in the box. And so he was quiet. We were having a conversation. I usually do 6 boxes. It's easier to do things that way and control a live when you're doing a discussion. He heavily suggested 9 boxes. I said, I don't know if I can. I've never done 9. It just shows 6 or 8. And so I tried it and it worked. And so I was like, okay. So then it got to the point I said, so-and-so down here in the corner, you address the opposition right here, and I'm going to mute myself, and then whoever else wants to go can go. So they were having a discussion, and then all of a sudden he drops, and he starts like throwing a fit in the comments, and I'm like, what the heck? And he's like, I tried to talk, you can't get a word in. And I was looking through the comments like, what? I didn't see that you wanted to talk. And I was looking and looking. I didn't understand it. So then I was like, okay, well, you can come back up if you want. So that's where this, I believe it's, I need to make sure. I believe it's this video right here.
Yeah. So I'll see you guys later.
Let me turn it up.
Okay.
Bye. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye, guys.
All right, let's let Arizona come up and have a chance to speak.
Listen, I'm just gonna let you guys go. You guys aren't letting everybody make a comment at somebody. You know, I've been sitting in the comments saying, "Hey, can I ask a question?" You're not letting certain people overtalk everybody in the stream, and it's very annoying when you feel very excluded.
I apologize.
But like small town Jeff, Trump, y'all are like taking over the live, and it's like you're not letting everybody make their point. You've done it the last 2 times people came up here that were from the opposition, and it's very disrespectful. You know, I've been nothing but nice to you guys. I sat there and been quiet, and I'm trying to want to get my point across, but you're excluding people from the live, and it's very hurtful.
Okay, so that's where he hang on. That's where he drops, and we're like, what in the world? Well, if I can get this, but we were like, what in the world just happened? Because 1 minute he was fine, and the next it's like he flipped out.
Yeah.
And so we were sitting there talking about like what just happened, and we were trying to figure it out. And then we're like, okay, maybe we should do the live or this this way. So then we tried to get him to come back up in the box. We apologized. I apologized. And then he comes back up in the box, and he absolutely flips out.
I can't get a word in edgewise, and that's not fair to somebody that wants to contribute to the conversation. So, I mean, I'm not here. If you guys want to hate me because I'm expressing my opinion and I'm very emotional right now because I have the right to be, and y'all don't want to talk to me anymore, that's fine. But don't, when I drop, start talking crap about me when I'm literally in the comments hearing what y'all are saying about me. Because I've done nothing but be nice and respectful to you. I'm here to have a good time. But when I want to have a normal conversation and ask a question, and you want to talk over top of me, it's like spitting in my face. And I don't appreciate it.
He wants to be in control.
So y'all have a good night. I did not mean to ruin anything, but I have the right to say how I feel. And I'm not trying to yell at you, trucker, but if you were in my situation, you'd be very frustrated. If you're trying to make a point, you've got two people taking over the complete stream when someone from the opposition comes up here. What's the point of having all these people up here if they're the only ones that are allowed to talk? Listen, I can't get a word in edgewise.
Okay. So after that happened, we were trying to process everything. We didn't know what the heck happened. We didn't know anything about this guy, but I knew at that point I was pissed off and I was going to find out because it takes quite a bit to make me mad. But I was like, okay, I'm going to download this. I'm going to go back. I'm going to listen to it. The second time I listened to it, I was like, trying to figure things out. And I was like, we did nothing wrong at all. So I found this guy's account after I blocked him. I went in through the account I'm on now, and I started watching him to see, who we were dealing with. That way I could warn other people. So that's where this video here comes in. The same story all the time, like others have already said.
8 days and you have no way of
8 days of no food.
You feel defeated. It drains you. I'm tired of people saying they have my back and then they send me $1 gift card. It's like, what the? Really?
Check out Macy's.com/back-to-school today.
Like, come on. Who doesn't love getting something?
Okay, so some of these are like a minute or so, and I don't want to take it too long, but
No, we have plenty of time. We have plenty of time.
Okay, here's the other one.
You gotta understand, no food for 8 days has kind of put me in a really, really depressed mindset. And I just realized all these people who I cared about on this app could care less that I'm struggling, but I'm good enough when I go to their stream and support them, It's like the friendship's not both ways. And it's kind of frustrating.
The car behind you?
I had to block a lot of people because of that.
Already had one going for second. The person who cut you off earlier? You guessed it. Dollar Frosty.
Whatever.
Fine for you to go get one. Just don't cut anyone off.
Okay. So again, this was on a Friday that he said no food for 8 days. And so I started looking into some other accounts, and he had changed his name from Arizona Trucker to Colorado Trucker, and this was the username, SilverFox69780, and he had changed the picture. And then this account was another one. He had this profile picture he changed and used this username, Colorado Chocolate. I'll mute this for a second because I just had music on some of these.
You're doing amazing.
Oh, thank you. Like I said before, and I'll get to that in a minute, but I'm not scared of this guy. I'm very pissed off. He's messed with some of the wrong people.
That's right, girl.
Listen, yeah. Again, I'll get to that in a minute. Here is the other profile picture that he had, Colorado Mechanic. Now you're probably wondering, what's this here? This was an excuse he used one day in a live, a sob story that his uncle had passed away in the Colorado Pew Pew. And he had posted his Venmo in this picture. And I'm not sure if I'd posted that. If I didn't, I've got that on my phone and I can share that with everybody. But so with this, I looked into this. I looked into all the victims of that situation. Nobody by the name of Bruce. The list is plain as day on the internet, so you can go ahead and, look that up. So then I went in a day or so later to a ladies' live, and because I saw that he was in there. I got to the point, I'm going after this guy. I don't care. Like I said, I'm not scared of him. He has messed with the wrong person, and I'm sure many others on here. And I saw him in there. And I started commenting, can I have a box? Can I have a box? She let me in a box. I called out this little boy. That's what I'm calling him, a cowardice little boy picking on women.
Mm-hmm.
And so after that, he dropped in the box. As soon as he saw this account come in there, he ran with his tail between his legs, and I was able to expose him to them. She immediately blocked him. Now, here's what he's doing. After he flips out on everybody like he did in my live, I forgot to mention, is he will come in and hit you with multiple fake accounts right after another. As fast as you can block him, he's coming back in. He is harassing. He is stalking. This woman's picture is the one that he went into the live and did that to, and I was able to stop him before he flipped out on her. And so here's the page that he was using. I'm a bully on TikTok. There's her picture and what he was saying to her.
See, guys,
Here's another page.
This
So
is
here's
dangerous behavior.
California Goddess 25. Let me tell y'all about this. This is the one if you've been in his live. He says, oh, my ex drained my bank account, has everybody after me. She made a fake account. I caught him in his lie because this was one of the fake accounts that he came in and tried to spam my comments with that night. It was not this username. How I found out was it was one that I had already blocked after all the multiple fake accounts that he had made. All he did was change the name. He didn't change the username. And so then here is another page. Notice this lady's picture. Keystone 524. By the way, he's still using this. He has just changed the username like he always does. And he's made some new accounts. One is Keys 524 and Key 524.
Wow. This guy's got a ton of accounts.
Here's the next morning. He already had changed the profile picture to another lady. This is his victims. After he goes into their lives and attacks them, he's stealing their profile pictures. And I'm sure my profile picture was on there too. I just didn't know about these until after I investigated. This lady right here, let me pause this. He went into her live. I was able to stop him from embarrassing her and screaming at her. He was in the box. He was getting aggravated. I was down in the comments trying to beg her to let me up, but her live was so intense and she had so many people in there. I didn't think I was ever going to get up there. Finally, I was able to get up there. I was right on top of him and he drops like a fly. He ran like a little boy scared because he saw my account.
Of course
And so he goes down in the comments and he's spamming while I'm exposing him. And this is one of his other new accounts, Erica Johnson 56701. I believe it's inactive right now because after that first night, I called him out. This account disappeared. But here he is down in the comments spamming. She took gifts from me. That's what he always claims. He'll gift you in the live first and be nice to you, and then he'll unleash on you.
Yeah, he'll throw it in your face that he gifted you.
Here's where he changed his profile picture. He still had the Silver Fox 69780. He had just changed to that profile picture. Now this account is Dylan 67810. Daddy Mechanic. That's what this current one is. That's one that he has been live on.
No, that's not. He was live on the Javon account.
Yes. He is on that one as well.
Javon 69870.
Yep. He's Daddy Sports. He's back to the Sports Wizard picture on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one he was live on right before Scam Opera went live because it had his active yellow sticker, green sticker on.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So
he's gonna change all these accounts, guys, after this live, or he probably already did during this live.
well, I know because I know he's been in here, and that's fine. I was hoping he would be. So now that I have permission from Sandra Lee, this is what happened with her live. So I'm going to play that. Let me turn the volume back up. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get in her live quick enough. I forgot that she said she goes live at 8 o'clock every evening, but I knew he was going to go after her because she was in the box when we were watching the live, and he was being charmful with her and everything. And I told my panel, I said, she's his next victim. He's going to be in her live at 8 o'clock. I can bank on it. And sure enough, he was, but I didn't make it in there until about 10:45.
Everybody follow everybody. If you can comment in the chat when you get time and follow this lady, you're gonna start doing awareness, right?
Oh, absolutely. And this guy's not going to be the only one.
Okay.
But I'm I'm here to protect as many women, men, whoever I need to, because like I said, I'm not scared of this little boy. He has messed with the wrong person. And these are all very good, innocent people that he has taken advantage of. And so I'm not going to stop. My personal account has been about anti-bullying since 2020. So this is right up my alley.
Okay, so when you can comment in the chat, they can follow you. The gifting is off because this is a live awareness discussion, and I always turn gifts off for those because I don't monetize off this app. I don't make any money doing awareness. So when you comment in the chat, they can follow you. This girl knows what she's doing. She's good. And I think she's going to be a great addition to anti-scam and awareness.
Well, thank you. But like I said, listen, my husband's a trucker. I'm a volunteer firefighter. I have basically what everybody says. Do you have a backbone? Listen, I don't take no crap from anybody. I've always been very protective of good people. And so I've confronted this guy several times. I told him, I said, you're a little boy, you're a coward, and I'm not going to stop till you stop harassing and stalking people. He's a stalker and scammer. So if you hear him talking about, which he has and in his lives about, there's a lady on this app going around saying I'm a scammer or a stalker. Hi, it's me.
Shadow Ninja, when she gets done, then I'll open the panel up and everybody can speak, okay?
All right, so here's this one. And Sandra, thank you for giving me permission to share this.
Don't worry about it, sweetie.
Yeah, Sinner, your name is in caps, by the way, sir.
Let me turn this up.
Yeah, your name is in caps, first off, number one. And number two, Sinner, don't talk to me when you're making profiles with my picture calling me a C3PO on the app. And I got proof of it. So if you really want to go there with me, we can go there, because I was nothing but respectful. When you got people up here that bully people, I don't appreciate that. That's not cool, because I never attacked anybody in here. Okay, but these guys taking my picture and making profiles about me, we have a problem.
You're yelling.
What are you talking about, dude? This is my only account. What are you talking about? Dude is bananas.
You want to know something really quick about that? The guy that he was trying to accuse, right? His wife is a doctor. He has a high-paying job also. You know, the people that I get on my live are people who are very serious about what they're saying and stuff. I went to his live, right? And you know, he put me up in the panel. I was nothing but polite. So when I invited him to mine, and he did that. So when she came up, which was Pink and Black Disaster, she came up. She told me, I'm like, don't worry, I'm gonna save the video. I'm gonna spread awareness, you know. And then he took my picture to make a fake profile. So like I put it on my TikTok, but he doesn't know who he's messing with, because I'm the wrong person who he has to mess with. Because I could just call somebody who works in the police or in the FBI, because I have people, and they will just look at him up. That's it. That's all I have to do. Make one phone call.
Okay, thank you so much, Sandra. I really appreciate it. Now, when he spammed my account, this is one of the names, fake accounts that he came in with, Surfer Girl. So he was spamming my account for, I say, about, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes with this. We thought at first it was one of his followers, but then we figured out it was him. Since then, going back to my ban list, he's changed it. It's now, I mean, it's still Ohio 6789, but he's changed this thinking he's going to be slick and just changed the name.
Thank you for coming up, Sandra Lee. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Anything that has to do any awareness about any bullying, call me up. I'm here to help.
Okay, and the last video that I have is pretty much everything together, but if you read what I have up there with it, this is like a combination of him saying he hasn't eaten for 8 to 10 days, his ex drained his bank account, and I don't know, I've been following this guy for almost a month, and he continues to talk about me. Glad I'm still haunting his mind, and I probably will now, along with all the rest of us. But this is the last video that I have, and then I'll say a few more things, and then I'll hush.
You gotta understand, no food for 8 days is kind of put me in a really, really depressed mindset. And I just realized all these people who I cared about on this app could care less that I'm struggling, but I'm good enough when I go to their stream and support them, you know? It's like the friendship's not both ways. And it's kind of frustrating.
The car behind you.
I had to block a lot of people because of that.
Already had one.
8 days and you have no way of doing anything, you know? You feel defeated. It drains you.
Nike, Jordan,
I'm tired of people saying they have my back and then they send me a $1 gift card. It's like, what the really?
Check out Macy's.com/back to school today.
Like, come on.
Who doesn't love getting something for free?
That's just rotten.
Deals have arrived at the Home Depot, and right now you get a free Milwaukee AC Volt extender.
Trust me, if I could take back some of the support I've given to people on here, I would, because I regret doing it.
More battery life, so you can power.
Because they're only nice to me to get in my pocket.
And get a free battery.
Because they're never in my stream at all.
At the Home Depot, how doers get more.
Yeah, I'm going on like 6 days without consumption of any type of food. So I'm kind of just trying to, like, if it wasn't for the bottled waters I have right now, I don't know where I would be. Well, it's kind of hard when I don't have the funds at the moment because of my ex. So it's kind of hard at that moment, but I try my best to do what I can do. I take it one step and one day at a time. So end of the day, that's all I can do. Thank y'all for being here. You know, I've been craving barbecue and pizza for like the last 2-3 days. Thanks to all y'all people in the chat.
There's the pizza.
Yeah, he loves pizza, guys.
Okay. So that's all I have of the videos. Let me turn my camera back off. But he is, I've had to put my account, my personal account, to private because he continues to harass me. And I just found out today I still have multiple I guess multiple accounts apparently of his in my list. So out of over 5,000 on my list, I'm going to have to take time to sit down and vet them all because when I was live today, I got a violation.
Yeah.
Because before that, I was in somebody else's live, Ninja here in the box, and he had I guess a meltdown in there, but I wasn't in there, so I feel like that's not my place to explain. But anything that I can do for anybody, message me, or if Scam Opera wants, you all can message her. But yeah, like I said, I'm not scared of this guy. I'm not going to stop until he stops harassing women. He thinks he can hide, but no, apparently he can't, or we wouldn't have all this stuff on him. But that's pretty much all I have right now. I can stay in the box, or I can drop and go down to the comments. But thank you, Scam Opera, for giving me the opportunity the other night to come up and share my stuff, and then come up here to share with everybody else.
I'm so grateful that you came into my live and that me and you connected, because you had a wealth of information that I didn't have. And that's what doing awareness is all about, is coming together and making people aware of people that are doing this or taking advantage of people on this app. And it's wrong. And that's to come together and expose this. That's what we're all about. And it's wonderful that I met you and we can do this. And I think you're going to do really great. But if you could comment in the chat, so even if it's just a hand wave, so that people can follow you and we can get your account built up. So
Absolutely. And I think what he's doing during the day is there's no way that he has a job, because he's creating multiple accounts or recycling old ones and changing the username and the regular name. But like I said, he can run, he can't hide. I'm very good at researching. That was one of my minors in college. I love to investigate. I was going to be a state trooper, but life happened. So again, I've been doing anti-bullying stuff since 2020 on here. I will continue to do that any way that I can help people or try and protect people on here. But yeah, I'm not scared of him.
definitely. I'm gonna give Shadow Ninja a chance to speak. She's been sitting up here for a while. I don't know what happened to the other girl that came in the box. She dropped, so I don't know if she had a story to tell or not. Maybe she'll come back in here.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I'm the friend that Pink and Black Disaster was referring to. He was I was on live earlier, and when I go live, I don't like a lot of people in my live, because where I'm currently at, I don't need or have a time for stress. I'm currently in Iraq right now.
Oh wow.
So, yes, ma'am. I'm just in there talking, and then he hops in my chat as Daddy Mechanic and starts going after one of the females that's in my live. Not even 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes after he hopped out and I blocked him, I got a banana for hate speech. I'm like, what the? And so, of course, I appealed it, and as you see, my account is still up. But then I went live on one of my other accounts, because I have backup accounts for this specific reason. And he went and reported my other backup account for another reason, which is really, really dumb. And I actually I've recently filed charges for SA against him. And I have I've sent Pink and Black Disaster all the information, so she's more than welcome to share it with you. I'm not able to at this time, but he's literally on his Snapchat sending me harassing messages as we speak.
Oh wow. Yeah. She told me about that.
Yeah, but I'm very glad that you guys are exposing this dude. I do have a minor in cybersecurity, so I am able to help wherever y'all may need help. Y'all just let me know how I can help y'all.
Yeah,
Because
it's scary, because some women I know have left the app because of him. That's how intimidated they are by this guy.
and that's the thing is, I'm not about to let no man intimidate me. Like I spoke out on another female's live. Ain't nobody, man or woman, enough to stand toe to toe with me after all the battles I fought. So if you want to sit here and talk this, talk that, okay, come on. I'm ready for it. Let's go. I was like, I've stood toe to toe with some of the biggest men, and I've been very successful in what I do. I don't care how intimidated you think you are. At the end of the day, I'm gonna have the last laugh.
Yeah, I don't think
So,
that I don't think he can handle a strong, independent woman.
oh no, not at all.
No.
I'm the female that Pink and Black was telling you he was becoming very flirtatious with.
Yeah, he does that with all the women. That's his
But this
that's his
but this
intro.
is the but this is what he don't understand. I don't like men. I don't.
Oh, okay.
I think they're goofy, and I have no interest in them.
Okay.
I don't. Like I am a single woman for a reason. I don't want nobody, nor do I need anybody.
Yeah, I'm single
I am
too.
I am very capable to take care of my kids without anybody. And I served 16 years in the United States military.
No, thank you for your service. I really appreciate
And
it.
yes, ma'am. And I've been in Iraq now for almost 7 months, but I've been overseas. I don't care. I'm gonna defend the ladies,
Right.
and I'm gonna defend the women because, like, the whole point of my nonprofit organization in the States is, can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
I'm trying to get this out before I lose my connection. Like I was saying, the whole point of my nonprofit in the States is to be a voice for women who feel they have no voice. So I'm standing up on this app right now, and I'm gonna let every female on this app know, y'all ain't alone. I may not be in the United States right now, but guess what, honey? I am fighting for y'all. And I will stand up for y'all, and I don't care how big or bad this man thinks he is, guess what? I'm bigger and I am a lot better. I have flown in some of the biggest helicopters. I have hung out the side of the doors of them same helicopters. Do not play with me. Do not play with me.
Well,
Now that
I'm really glad you're here. I think he's made some poor choices in the women that he's tried to associate himself with.
oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely. And where he's done messed up now, as he's gone after Pink and Black, I'm not playing that. No, you done messed up now.
Yeah.
So, but no, but I just want you ladies to know, I think what y'all doing is amazing. Pink and Black, you're awesome. Just keep spreading your awareness. I follow you. Hey, and if everybody would like to follow my account here, that way y'all can reach me anytime. Feel free to follow me.
You'll have to
It is,
You'll have to comment in the chat
yes,
because the gifting is off because this is a live awareness
yeah,
discussion. So
yes, ma'am. I commented. My account is set as private, so you'll have to request it, and then I'll have to go through and add you.
yeah, all this women's strength. There's power in numbers, okay? And when
Oh,
people come together
absolutely.
like this, then he's got less opportunity to be on here running around doing what he's doing. So definitely, yeah, definitely follow these people and stay tuned because I'm sure this isn't the end of the story. And if we have to
Yeah.
do this again, then we will.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. But hey, ladies, I'm gonna go ahead and keep my app running. Uh, if y'all want to go ahead and follow me, you can go ahead and follow me. Because I'm about to. It's right now like 3:15 in the morning over here. So just keep requesting. I will get to accepting everybody who's requesting me. But just remember, ladies, no matter how intimidating this man is, he is a little boy. Because a real man would not be intimidating women like that.
Yeah, a
A
real man
real
would be
man,
taking care of himself, not coming on here and getting money off of women.
Right. Yeah. I just wanted to say that when Pink and Black Disaster was talking about how he switched up really quick, how he was fine 1 minute and not fine, like going crazy the next, that's a pattern that I've seen across like the same thing happened in Show Me's live where he was like, yeah, that's fine, drop me. And then 2 seconds later, he was angry because we disrespected him. And it's always like disrespect. But he forgets, like, it's not his live. You're in somebody else's live telling them they're being disrespectful. That's not how that works. I seriously believe that this person is a true narcissist because
Definitely.
you can't have a conversation. It's always, he's right, you're wrong. Maybe some mental illness stuff. I don't know. I just can't imagine being so loud and so wrong. Like, it's very crazy. So I think all of you are amazing. You've done a great job collecting evidence and putting this all together. And, you know, he's not going to be able to keep getting away with it because he can't keep up his gig for 30 days. And that's how long it takes to change your main name. And he blows it. He blows his cover way before 30 days is over. And that's why it's so easy to continue to follow him because he can't change his name as quick as he goes through people. So we'll continue to keep an eye on all of this. And, you know, if any of you in the comments see that he's being manipulative with anyone, reach out to them and just give them a heads up or send them our way. Scam Opera will be glad to talk to him. I know Pink Disaster probably would too. I will, and all of us are more than willing to share the information we have. So
there's several of us that are messaging women and telling them not to give him money and to block him.
Yes, absolutely.
Several of
Thanks
us.
for having me. Scam.
Yes, he does go after men. He does.
Just to
He
let
does
you
go
all
after men
know,
too. But he
the
tried.
daddy mechanic, he's already changed their profile picture.
Of course.
Surprising.
And Scam Opera, do you remember the live we were listening to him? But basically, when we were trying to fill him out, and he was sitting there breathing, and he kind of like nodded off for a few minutes, and we heard the way that he was breathing, and everybody kept saying how they think they hear an aquarium bubbling and stuff, and how we figured out he's probably a larger man.
Yeah.
Likely on oxygen. I mean,
But
not body shaming. We're just taking what we see and hear from the screen. And this is definitely not a small man with a good set of lungs.
Yeah, but it's not all the time that I hear that. Like, I didn't hear that last night. It was real quiet. So I'm wondering if he lives with somebody that's on oxygen.
Like
I don't
maybe-
know. But yeah, it's weird. Like, sometimes you'll hear that and then sometimes you don't. But we did hear him snoring. He was sleeping pretty hard. It definitely sounded like some sleep apnea. Yeah, don't send anybody gift cards either, because that can be turned into cash.
So he's already
I was
changed.
on with him last night. I went in under one of my, hi everybody, I'm Lala. I go by digital for my awareness page. But I was on with him last night and I just slid in and I stayed quiet for a while and he was begging to have conversation and nobody was saying anything. So I just started, I do my usual, so how are you? Where are you from? What do you do? He said he worked for FedEx, that he did, I forgot what kind of work he said, factory work practically his whole life, that his partner, his woman was out of town on a girls trip, and that he kept using this Australian accent. And so when people were like, where are you from? He would say, I'm from here, but I had family from Australia. Then he changed the story to, I moved here right after high school or right before high school, something like that. But it was very easy to catch him in lies because he doesn't remember from one second to the next what he said. And he got very flirtatious with another woman that came into the live. Now, I didn't jump in the box. I stayed in the comments. And so I asked a simple question. you have a woman and you're talking to women like that. And he tried to go off on me. I didn't really take the bait, but he kept coming back to it. What do you mean? So what? Of course she knows this is our joint account, even though I have another account that has 50,000 followers. I'm just looking for people to talk to, but you're flirting with the women. Why are you, don't be mad at me. And so I said, I simply asked you a question. And he was ready to lose it on me. But then I left the live. I don't do paranormal stuff. And someone came up and started talking about that stuff. So I just quietly left the live. Within 1 minute, he followed me or attempted to follow me. And I was like, you were just yelling at me a second ago. And now you want to follow me? No, sir. Not going to happen. So he's a weirdo. He's a weirdo for me. But that was my first experience with him. Glad.
Yeah, I think the pretending to be different races and all these different, like, I think it's very weird.
It is.
It's weird behavior.
It's like he takes on a different persona, a different personality. Like he just reinvents himself all the time.
This is the page that I said was the free beard rides, one of the pages he would post women's pictures on. When I kept checking on this before we were live, and it was just a white little creature picture, so I knew he was getting ready to switch it. Now it's this woman since we have been on here. And he had already changed this earlier because I had a screenshot when he changed it to Gift Gold Digger. He had another lady when he was in my live and I was talking about it. Again, I didn't know. I guess I still have some of his other accounts. He quickly took the picture down, but now since we've been in here, this is the new one. So we definitely need to be reporting this page because, again, he is stealing women's profile pictures, and I've noticed that most of them are after he goes into their lives and attacks them.
Yeah, so that's probably a woman on the app.
Yes.
That's weird.
That's who he is. Like, that's what he does. He's really toxic. It's wild. I think we have scammers that come on here and they beg and they lie about where money goes, but this guy, he's a whole nother level.
So, Scam Opera, the other night when we was in Pink's live and that Beach Bum account came in, we was pretty sure it was him, and we got him out of there.
Yeah.
That night, I noticed that I got blocked from his Colorado Mechanic account, but after that night, I've had multiple accounts trying to add me. And then I found a couple of his accounts that I went and traced back, and I found at least 20 accounts that I bounced off of one account, just going into his followers where he follows his other accounts, that I found at least 20 with a different race, a female account. It's mind-boggling how he keeps up with different ones. And I actually found him in a live a couple of days ago where he was in, and they weren't even talking English. And I was mind blown.
Oh, wow. He's got so many accounts. Like, you can't keep up.
No, you can't. I sat for 2 hours, and it was just like you could just have like a big whiteboard, and it was just you could just keep going down. And actually, one of his bunk accounts was in on my account where he was following me, and I didn't even know it.
Yeah,
So
I'm sure he's probably following me because I got reported this morning, but I won my appeal, so I'm not worried about it.
But I was just going to tell everybody to, when anybody wants to add you, go in and see who they're following, because this guy, when he went off on us that day in Check and Show Me's live, it was just a simple request for him to leave the box, and he just blew up.
Jules, I don't know if he has a CA. The only thing I've ever heard him say is Venmo. I've never heard any other payment methods, just Venmo. Or send him a gift card. I guess you send that through Venmo. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I've never done that. So, but I've never seen a CA.
You can usually send a gift card to an email. That's usually the easiest way.
I think that I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want a paper trail. I don't know. I don't know what that would mean as far as not having a CA. I don't know what his Venmo is right now, Jules. He changed it from what I have. What I have are screenshots that go back to like I think July, June, and May. Maybe it's just June and May. But he's changed it since then because he knew that he was getting exposed that night. The host showed him on the green screen, so he knew. Like I said, there's no telling how many of those he's got. Like
I have his recent one that he posted on my phone that I can share on my page. That he posted when he had the uncle picture up there.
Okay, yeah, do that. And they can go
I'm
report
gonna
the Venmo. Of course, he's probably changed it since then, but I don't
I'm
have
gonna jump down.
Venmo,
Thanks,
so
Scam.
I can't look it up, but I'm sure somebody else in here can. This is wild. He'll disappear for a little bit, Miss Natty, or he'll reinvent himself again and he'll go to a different side of TikTok because, we don't realize just how big this app is. So, I heard somebody say the other day, I think it's like 50 billion Americans log on to this app every day. I don't know. I don't know what the numbers are. But yeah, there's so many different communities. I know that the mod he had when he went off that night, she said she was from the wrestling community. So he's been over there in the wrestling community. Now I've seen him in these political lives. So there's no telling, there's a crafting community. There's people that do true crime on here. There's so many different ends of TikTok. 50 million every day. Okay, berries. It's hard to know where he's going to end up.
Scam Opera, I've also noticed and been watching and observing. There is a lady that has been following him around and has conveniently been in every live he's been in. And sometimes she'll go in first and then he automatically appears, which we find is very interesting. And she was actually in the panel the morning that he was up there in this lady's live that I was able to stop. And when I got up there, I said, the best thing that you can do is sit there and keep your mouth shut because what I'm about to say, you're not going to like. And she didn't say a word, but it's just interesting that she's always around the same lives that he's in.
That's interesting. I'd love to catch him in some, but I haven't. So what you're doing, being able to catch him, that's amazing.
I just don't want, like the other night when I was able to stop him from jumping all over this one lady. When I explained what happened, she didn't believe me at first. I said, put me on the big screen. I've got proof. And then I started to explain to her, and she was like, oh my gosh, he just did that. After I did everything, she had tears in her eyes. And that really upset me, but I was so thankful that I saved her from being embarrassed, humiliated, because she had like 500 or 600 in her live, and it was a political live. And so that made me feel really good. And, that was, I guess, confirmation that I need to continue to do what, I've been doing.
Definitely. I did scroll through some political lives yesterday, but I didn't see him. But he was live like 4 or 5 times yesterday. On different accounts, too. I heard he got bananaed on one of them, but it's crazy.
Let's just say somebody reported him multiple times and kind of put it in somebody else's ear, and they got a few others together to do the same thing, and it happened again today. So we're trying to keep as much pressure on him as we can.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I've been posting his lives to YouTube and trying to keep up with what he's doing. And we talk about him in our groups and stuff, and several of us, like I said, are messaging women, warning them not to send him money, to just block him, that he's dangerous. And I don't mean dangerous as in like I'm scared of him, but I mean, he's dangerous in the fact that he's making these fake accounts with women's pictures, and that's wrong. You shouldn't do that on here.
It allows him to hide. That's why he does it. It allows him to hide. And if I just look at your account real quick and I think you're a woman, as a woman, my guard goes down because I think I'm dealing with another woman until he opens his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and he banks on that, though. I mean, he knows what he's doing in the manipulative sense of being a manipulator. I mean, he's kind of crafted it, but he's left several pieces of the puzzle behind, and smart women have caught on to who he is, as far as his patterns. He definitely has a pattern that he keeps showing over and over and over.
That is crazy. Like, that's how many accounts is that now?
It's more
I
than
have on my paper right now, I think I'm up to 11. That now makes 12. And since we've been on here, I found more. I just don't have a pen in front of me. But like I said, this guy can't hide from me. He can try, but it's not going to happen. That's why he might as well just quit while he's ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I have multiples too, like the Maverick accounts and stuff that he had. And it's funny because I had him recorded in a live where, he always says he's in a truck, but then he was in a live and he was going after this woman. And unfortunately, I cannot find her. I've tried. She might have left the app too. Who knows? He was going after her and he's like, well, I wrecked my CRV today. And I'm like, you said you drive a truck. So yeah, he can't keep up with what he's saying.
Your phone can only, or any device can only hold 8 accounts open at a time. Like, how you can switch from one account to the next. It'll only hold 8 in there. So he's got to have multiple devices to be switching through all these accounts like that.
Well, and like I said, my husband is a truck driver. And there's no way that this guy is. He would not have the time. He's on this app all day, switching up accounts, making them, harassing people in their lives. There's no way that he would have time because my husband barely has time to talk to me where he's on the road. So we've got that part figured out.
Elijah, I don't know who you are. So unless you have a story to tell about Xavier, you're not getting a box.
Scamopper, do you remember, were you in the live where the lady said she had sent him money for pizza, like $25, and she had just said she had just gotten out of a homeless shelter, that she was widowed?
Oh yeah, that was his mod.
Yeah, and he scared her.
Oh yeah,
he still took money from a lady that just said, I just got out of a homeless shelter.
Yeah. Sure did, and then was so ugly to her. I mean, he just cussed her up one way and down the other, and she's like, I don't know. You telling me to mod, like, I don't know who to block and not to block. You block him yourself. And she left, like, she got upset, and then she came to the live we were in, and then told us, she had given him this money, and and thank God she told us, because hey, we got more information about the fact that he's getting money on here for gas, pizza, and unfortunately the Venmo screenshots I have, it doesn't say how much these women sent, but regardless, this is a pattern for him, and he's doing this every day, so there's no telling how much money he's really making.
It should be criminal at this point. It should be criminal to do what he's doing.
Thank you, Virgo, for coming up. I appreciate you.
Scam, I don't know if you are only going to talk about Xavier, but if you are ever going to switch topics, I just want to talk about the awareness community for 2.2 seconds. So if you have the time for it, I would appreciate it.
I really don't want to do that in this live. I just want to stick to this topic.
No problem.
I do cover other people, and you'll see me in other lives. I'm usually in Castle's live in the afternoon. and then sometimes in the evening I'll go live. It just depends. But yeah, I mean, we can have a friendly discussion about other things. It's just I want to keep it on topic in here, and just strictly focus on him. I don't want things to go left. That happened in my live last night. Things went really left, and I don't want that to happen in here. So I just want people to be aware of this man. And like I said, if you run across him, just block him. Don't even go into his live. Don't talk to him. Do not engage. It's a man called Xavier, Lynn. He's on this app terrorizing women, trying to get money out of them. He's got a multitude of accounts. I'm sorry you're kind of late getting in here. We've shown a lot of information. If you'll follow Pink and Black Disaster, if she can comment in the chat again, she has a lot of information about him, and so do I. If you want to go to my YouTube link, it's in my bio. I have videos on YouTube about this man. He's going around after he doesn't get what he wants out of women. He goes and makes fake profiles and uses their profile pic. And he's going around harassing these women. And he's very manipulative. And I'm really, there's women leaving the app because of this man. And what he's doing is wrong. And I met Pink and the Black Disaster the other night, and me and her have been talking, and we decided that we'd do this live and try to bring some more awareness. Sam, who's not here tonight, she had other plans. She had a live about him right after we met him, but it's gotten worse and worse. So just be on the lookout, and don't give anybody money on here. Nobody, ever.
And I predicted, Christina, it's going to get worse, because after this live, and there's been around 100 people here the whole time, he's already changed his profile pic. He's going to change the names. He's going to get more desperate, which equals more bad behavior.
Yeah, that's what I was sitting here thinking. That's why I'm trying to keep an eye out, and that's how I was able to show he's already changing his pictures and everything. He's already what I'm up to right now is he's already created like 3 or 4 more accounts. But yeah, if you are afraid, then I would suggest at this point, make your profile private, because I can guarantee you he's been in here. He's probably looked at some people's names that are in here for his next victims. I don't mean to scare you. I'm just being real and honest. I want to protect as many women as possible. If you see me in a live and I get in a box to expose him, do not do the same thing I'm doing. I'm after this man. I'm not scared of him. I'm doing it, like I said earlier, to protect women. And usually when he sees my account pop in the box, he runs out of the panel.
Of course he does, because he knows that you know who he is. Beth TM, I'll check my link, but it's the same name as on here, Scam Opera. And his name is Xavier. So just scroll down through the lives that I have on there, and you can hear how he is. You can hear the things that he says. The manipulation is there. The threatening of, I'm not going to be here tomorrow if you don't help me, and it's going to be on you. No, sir, you are a grown man that needs to get out here and take care of yourself and quit preying upon women to take care of you. And that's why I don't think that your ex drained your banking account. I think you drained hers. But that's my opinion.
He messed up one day in a live, and he said something about I ended up cheating on her or something, and then I just started thinking, well, she probably just left you, is the whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
But he twisted the word.
Last night, he's been married for 7 years, and he starts telling these women that are in his boxes that there's no intimacy. And he doesn't say it like that. I'm because I'm respectful. And like, why are you telling people on here, even if that was the case, your personal business? Like, it's gross. It's just it was so weird. It was not posted to. It's just it's disgusting. You
See y'all.
should not be on here talking to these women about something that's private. I'm sorry, but your marriage or your relationship, that's something that should be kept private. But this is his end thing with them. It's like, oh yeah, we're probably gonna split up, and like it's so bizarre. It is so weird.
Notice he's popping in and out of here is what he's doing. That account I showed you guys with that female picture, it's gone. It's gone again. That was Keystone 524.
He's in here. He's probably watching my live. Like I said, he tried to report me this morning, and it didn't work. I won my appeals. I know how to win appeals. I've been doing this for a hot minute. But yeah, if anybody else in this chat has any experiences or you have anything to add to this conversation, please request a box, because like I said, just spread the word out about this guy, because I am sick of his crap. I'm sick of seeing him on live, man.
Oh, me too.
I'll drop so someone else can come up. Thank you for letting me come up.
No, you're fine. The boxes aren't even full.
Oh, okay. All right.
You're fine. If there's anybody else in here, there was a girl in here in the beginning and she left. I don't know if she got scared, because a lot of people are. Like, they're scared to come forward. They're scared to speak out because they're afraid of retaliation. Now, I'm not one of those people. But there are people, there are other women on this app that, they're younger. And they don't want to be targeted.
And anybody that has any information that they would, for their protection, want to message to me, I will not put it out there unless you give me your permission. But I'm here if you just want somebody to talk to or to share your experience with or want advice. But again, I will never post anything or anybody else's experience or their picture on there unless I have somebody's permission.
Definitely. The same goes for me. I have a lot of people that message me. Matter of fact, I have a girl's mother that messages me pretty regular about her daughter, but I won't put her name out there. I won't share. A lot of things she says to me are in private because she's scared of her daughter. That's terrible. But yeah, you have to respect when people come to you. You have to respect that, because if not, people aren't going to come to you anymore. They're not going to trust you. And so when you do awareness, you do have to keep things private.
Okay, either that person has been in this live tonight, or they've stolen somebody's profile pic that's been in this live. I've seen that face.
This one?
I've seen it in the bubble.
I told you he's in here. I told you all he's in here scanning. I mean, I know this guy big time now. I mean, this is another new account. Kimi524.
You're good. You're gonna do great at this.
Like I told you, this guy has messed with the wrong person. I have a lot of experience investigating, researching. I am pissed off. I'm not scared of this guy, and I'm not going to stop until he stops harassing women.
Yeah, I'm so glad you came in my live though. And I wasn't even going to go live, but Checkmate was like, "Will you go live? I'm bored. Like, I want to talk." And I was like, "Yeah, sure. What, we'll just get on it and just talk and, just talk about things." That's my dog. I'm sorry. She's getting all amped up for some reason. Yeah, I'm so glad you came in there and that me and you hooked up and talked, because there's more people, and I know there's more people out there. I don't know how to reach them. I don't have the biggest platform on here that does awareness, but if I can make one difference and stop him from getting money from one person or harassing one person, then I feel like I've done something. Is there anybody else that has any more information on this guy?
Also, I say if you're in a live and you see him in there, you can message me and let me know. That way I can go in there. We're keeping tabs on this guy whenever we get a chance. I can't be on here 100% of the time because I homeschool my kids and do a lot of other things. But in my free time, this has become something that I'm doing. Like I said, I've been doing anti-bullying on here since 2020. So this is right up my alley, along with investigating, researching. I've got friends like Ninja that are awesome. So we just need to keep pressure on this guy and keep after him.
Yeah, we do. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to let up. And there's a lot of people there's a few people, not a lot of people, a few people that aren't here tonight because they had prior engagements, but they'll continue to stay on it too. So it's not just us. Alrighty. Well, if that's everything, then I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I think that somebody else in the awareness community probably is gonna go live after this. So I will see y'all on the streets. Be careful, be safe. And please, again, do not give anybody money on this app. I don't care what they say to you. And especially don't loan anybody money on this app. I was in a live last night and saw that, somebody had loaned a creator on here money and they never got it back. And when you loan money on here, you're probably not going to get it. What is it, Ron Ray? Thank you, Otto. I appreciate everybody coming. I appreciate the support. Sometimes it's hard to get the word out. Everybody's busy. Everybody's working and doing family things. If you help people and expect something back, are you really helping anybody but yourselves? Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying, I wouldn't give anybody money on this app. People lie on here constantly about what money is for, and a lot of these people, they're just con artists. If you want to do something, donate in your community where you can see the good being done. Once you give
No.
this app to someone, you cannot control where the money goes. What do you want, Ron Ray? What's going on, babe? I thought you already did follow me, Sean. No, he can't hide. No. Mm-mm. This is a big app, but once you see somebody and you watch them on a burner, they pop up again and again. And I have perfected burners, so I've learned a lot about what to do from
That laugh is scary. I'd be afraid of you too.
I've learned a lot from other awareness creators on how to do this, so I've become pretty seasoned at it. So, because over time you become experienced, you know what to do. So, I'm not scared, not one single bit. That's okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Pink, I will be in constant contact with you. I thank you for your time and everything that you showed. I appreciate you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.